Okie dokie. Oh, good. So you can see me okay. Everyone can see me okay. I've got my screen up. We're looking at the DOW at the moment. It looks like from mine everything's coming through nicely. So this stream will be recorded. Oh, perfect. So that link up there looks really good. Sorry, I just had myself playing in my ear as well. Right, just gonna keep an eye on everything to make sure it's coming through good. Fantastic. So this will be recorded, and what I could do um, is grab a link and then repost it up into the US Open Signals, I guess. Yeah, going. Yeah, that would have been that would have been the replay. It's all good now. There'll be a delay, so all good. All right, let's get into some good stuff. All right, so what I'll do, I'll go over, and this is another problem, Dev. I don't know if you saw this, but you can't. This is just a demo. You cannot open the trade window on the right-hand side. So we'll, I think I'll let you know, but someone's looking into that apparently. So what I'll do is just go over some charts here. I'll try and shade it just from this window there. No, I can't. Yes, I can. All right, but firstly, we'll look at some other charts to get started with. Okay, it could be on your end. Is everyone else hearing the echo? All right, won't worry about that. Just check that it seems on your end or not. I'm not sure. So, all right. So it's 18 past for another 12 minutes there. No, not echoing for me. Yeah, it's echoing for you guys, is it? Hang on a sec. How about now? I think I might have been on another channel as well. It might be better now. It could be me. Anyway, let's power through, and then I'll see if I'll go over the replay and then see if it's still echoing on the replay, or if it's just a live thing. It could have been that I'm speaking to something else. Anyway, so we've got 10 minutes to go. Firstly, go over the DAX. The DAX worked good, really good. There's a great setup, for the strategy, for the breakout, and then actually just as a general trade. I think both on the long end and the short side. So I've got a 1 minute chart up here. I've marked up there's a few levels, so whether it's getting complex or not, these are the kind of things you can learn as you go, pick it up as you go. Do it in Discord. You can, we're just testing that link for now. We can do it in the chat, and I could just record the screen, which goes to YouTube. but you won't get the early link. You won't get that early link. You won't get this. So if you go to that link, you go straight to YouTube. If you go to Discord, you can do it on the live stream or under a trading chat. Yep. All right. So we'll power on, and then so this is a 6 o'clock. That's 6 o'clock open. If you can see this candle right here. So that's putting the low. I'm not generally looking for that low on that candle from the opening candle. I want to see sort of a higher low where people have started supporting it. But if you wanted to, to be technical, you could take that low as the low of the session, which is down there. I generally like to take something a bit higher than that anyway. And then you've got the power. The market's worked its way up. Then you've got your high in here, put in place, and then the market's worked its way back down. And I love this sort of thing. So it's come into a zone, into an area where there's sellers. Okay, there's sellers previously at this level. If you keep going right back, you'll find them through here and previously. Okay, we come back to the open. So they popped it up through there. Okay, cleaned out a few. It's drifted its way back down, and this is coming into the 7 o'clock open. Right, you can see that's 6:59, this green candle here. So ideally, you could have taken a break of the outside level to be very technical, like I said. So the 5-minute trading day is based around the break of the high, the break of the low of that first hour. Right. So what I'm looking at, I like the inside levels better. So I reckon if it's going to trade through this level, trade up through that level, an inside level, it's a high probability it's going to keep going through the top side. Okay. And I wouldn't put it 1 point above there, but I might put it 1 or 2 points, probably a couple of points above that inside level because it's got to come and get me. Right, so I'm happy if that, something like that, where it just rams straight back up. It's going to start testing the resolve of any of these sellers, and then hopefully we get on board that flow. Okay, and I don't care if it comes up and retests that and fails because it's a good chance I can get my 10 points. All right, how's that, guys? Is that better? Is that a bit better? Let me just see, scene 3. So I've lost the camera, but video capture device 2. Better. All right, so I think I know what it is. All right, anyway, if anyone doesn't know that, it's just all this stuff to do with OBS. I think I had 2 audios on. So let me know if it comes back. Just type into that chat. All right, so we've still got 5 minutes to go. All right, so we'll keep going over. That probably is working still okay. It looks like it's good. All right, so I should be back on. You should still see me and hear me with no echoing. How's that sound? So just type if you can hear me okay. All right. I'll keep chatting away and just let me know if it's if you're having issues or if you're not hearing or whatever it is. All right, so this is the DAX we're talking about. Yes, perfect, fantastic. So I know what it is. So that's the open. Taking that inside level, buy on that break. You're going for that, the run up through this high. I'll make that a bit bigger. That's the candle. That's the 659. So the very next candle we want to be executing. Okay, we want to execute either through this low, sell through the low for 10 points, or sell through the high for 10 points. Or if you've got a clear level like that, an inside level, happy to take that one. Okay, so that there without any trouble got you 10. That was 19 points. So you can see that actually turned out really well. So chalk that one up for that opening strategy. But then as just a general trade, you had some really nice movement after. So this is another clear level that I've marked up. So we've just done the trade. Right now we're looking for some trading actions where it's going to be short, long, sideways. And I like this sort of stuff. This kind of build, you've got extension up here, expansion, we call it. So the market's powered up. Really no looking back from the buyers. It was just straight up. You know it's going to run out of steam sooner or later. Has a bit of a pullback there. Tries to go again. When it tries to go again, you know that that's kind of the buyers have reached their limit, bit of a threshold. And then we're looking for the opportunity to go short because we know these buyers don't want to lose. And anyone's bought in here, firstly, doesn't want to lose either. So when it starts to fail off that shoulder, that's a prime sort of a setup. And you can see with momentum, longer term momentum, because we're on a minute chart, this bottom one is a 5-minute momentum. The top one is a 1 minute momentum. You can see momentum's really run its course and it's rolling over. So you know that there's a potential where these buyers and anyone through here and sort of bought up there is going to start to come under pressure. And if they're going to exit, they're selling to exit. We want to sell with that flow, and we can take a short through here. And that played out really nicely. That could have nabbed you from anywhere, say in here. I like that little flush too. Just a quick trade down to 26, back to the starting line, and you're back to about 70 points. All right, so 28. Let's get onto the DOW. We can talk about that stuff later. All right, so my levels don't need momentum. We're not interested in momentum. So this is a kind of a tough one for me. You've got 128. You can see the time, 128, about a minute and a half to go. I don't like when it's making new highs. What I do like, especially with the DOW, I'll get rid of that, is we've put in a low here, and you know that's dragged in for the last hour. This is the open, dragged in some buyers. I don't mind if we start to squeeze. We can see this level in here. You can see it sort of popped up. It's come back in. Buyers started to step in around here. We just mark that one up. Got to keep an eye on the time. Buyers started to step in there. Stepped in, defended again. So we know that there's going to be some sellers. They're going to have to sell if it starts to crash through that level. So all I'm really looking for is to see if that can come powering down. So we've got that level. We'll mark that up at 335.122. DOW. Actually, I'll probably put it on here, can I? I know it's not on this one. Just give me a second. Let's just do 10 there. I can't put a stop in here. No, I'm going to have to do it here. $35, 122, 10, 2, Ooh, I think I might have just got it in. So we're going for this level here. So normally I would be able to do it from that trading module. You see, so that's a bit of a problem. That should come up like the live version, which is that one. Should come up there, and I should be able to see my orders, but I just can't. For some reason, the demo's decided not to, and it's literally in the last day. So I haven't got a long order in because there's really no. You're asking for a market that's just gone up, up, up to extend a bit further. I mean, yeah, you could get your 10 points, but I'm more than likely just happy to see if I can grab this order. So 122 we're going for. Is that right? 122. And we're going for 112 exit. So you can see the orders in here. 35, 122. And let's see if it happens. Now I don't generally give, because it keeps getting protected. Here we go. I don't generally give it too long. Oh, I don't think we've been done. I don't think it's got down there yet. No. It's trying. You want to see it. Here we go. Done. So opening order's gone. Position's gone. Transaction history. Got a point slippage. So you grab that? Yeah, so that it's as simple as that. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. So that's kind of nice. How'd you guys go? Did you grab it, Dave? Did you grab it, Todd? Can you understand what we're doing? Just sort of a basic theory behind it, I guess. So that's job done on that. We've done, just take the stats. Hang Seng wasn't open today, so those stats so far are looking quite handy. I haven't updated them, but I keep that on a spreadsheet, just add them in each day. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, it is delayed quite a bit. I know, I think that's just a part of OBS, it's just delayed, but we'll see how we go. So that turned out nicely. What we'll do, forget about that now, we'll get over to just talking out, what I'd probably be looking for. Let's get that back. So I'll start a 30-minute chart, say. I might actually just clear this now and just try and grab some levels to see if where there could be some action. I like this level up here. There's a big zone. Now, if this that's to show it, but held up. I only just got my order. Well, I think it was just after the open, but it worked out fine, gave me enough time. Sometimes the DOW can slam down or slam up. It's great. I've seen that so many times. The DOW's good for it. The Hang Seng's been a bit tougher. The Hang Seng, you've got to back it up with your second trade if your first trade loses, because they tend to, lately it's been choppy. It'll chop you on one side, you go for 30 points, and it'll give you 20 and then reverse on you. But I'm pretty quick because it has a narrow opening range. It's only 15 minutes to. It'll be pretty quick to whack in the other side as well, just because it does tend to flush one side and then just rally up, or flush the lows, rally up, or flush the high and drop like a stone. So, but it does tend to have a directional move in that first half an hour on the Hang Seng. It's been, even when it's bad, I'm finding that I might have one loss, a win, a draw, a win. So it's actually still doing quite well. But the DOW, I think the DOW's a cracker for that 10 points. and they'll sucker them in a few longs like that, flush down just to get the stops, clear them out, and off we go. Hope you're not just chucking in orders willy-nilly, mate. But actually, looking at that, see through here, you got this nice little level. Now that's, if we go measure that, there's a measuring tool over the left. You measure that from where we are into that zone. If it just pushes up there, it's only 390 points. Now that sounds like a lot back when the Dow was 20,000 or 15,000. Yeah, it's a lot. Now it's only 1%. So it can have that kind of a move. It can power up there. It can easily flush into these highs, take out that level, and it knows that any shorts will probably potentially have their protective stop up there to exit if they're wrong. There's a good chance they're going to be wrong. Flush them and turn around and fall over into the close. So that, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to hold up and push up there. Just trying to find some other levels. Don't mind this inside little level here. It's not a strong one, but it's holding the market up at the moment. So we'll see if they can power on. Let's go back to the 5. That's pretty strong there. I like that kind of setup. See how it's got a pop up? It's at 125. That was a 30-minute candle, and going long there, you could even hold off 710. So this high in here is a good chance that it could take that. So I kind of like that too. This is kind of I call it a 3 candle setup, but you can see it time and time again where it will nab something on the downside like that. That you want to sort of stick to that bias. Obviously, the bias is up. I love the 5-minute chart. That bias is up there. We want to be long because that's the way we're positioned. That's the way we should be from our moving averages, and then see what levels it's going into. If it's going to have a bit of a problem up there, could we make some points? If it's going to flush up there, or what? So that's that. We'll see if that continues on. It might make me look like a fool now. But starting to grab some of these, squeeze out some of these longs. The problem is too, you've got, well, with the 1-minute chart, it starts to get really fiddly. But generally, that's had a good flush. See if we can get some sort of higher low. Can hold off the MAs on these 5. Have a couple of pushes down. See if it gets supported. And then I like this tool. See if we can do maybe pop up, down, start to do something like this, and see if we can start to flush those. Getting on something like that, once it's failed to go lower, you fail to go lower, it's going to smash up. So it looks like it's still going to pump up, so it'll be good. Yeah, I I'm a cynical bugger by nature, and I think the market loves to. I can't think of a better word because it's 1:30 morning. Piss people off, and taking out that level here, taking out that, there's going to be stops there. There's elbows trying to run it. So for me, that's just a clear level. It's so close. It's a clear level to flush, and then after that, you want to see, okay, are we going to do something like this? Chop around there and then go, or are we going to flush and start retracing? You get either way. It's kind of, you're working off that level, either up or down. That would be nice. Now let's look at. I want to check out the Nasdaq. Oh god, that's different. That's nice. I was thinking about this for the same sort of strategy. Now look at so that's the 1 o'clock. That's 12:30. So this is the hour of power. Well, not the hour of power, but the hour we're looking at. That there was actually really nice. The Dow, Nasdaq's heading south. So you got the end of month argy bargy from last night, the last couple of sessions, um, where we call it window dressing. So the funds like to window dress a bit coming the end of month, bonuses, whatever they're doing. Funds but look a little bit better than what they are, and then they could go and dump or whatever reason. But it's kind of quarterly is good too. It's good seeing that. But I suspect a lot of that buying from what day we in Monday from Friday was because of that end of month. I actually forget what day we are now. Wednesday, Tuesday. What am I talking about? Monday night. Okay, so this could be another goer, which I'm going to start keeping an eye on too. Yeah, go away. So if you want to do a bit of testing on that one just to see, so we sort of got, that's our, why don't you come with me? That's what I want. So I'm looking at 12, 27, 28 to 9. That's the basic range. Okay, we want something up or we want something down. You can see that was a clear winner, but for me at the moment, I don't know stop-wise. I'm familiar with Hang Seng, the Dow. Actually, you could put, when the Dow gets volatile, you could just about go for 20 and 20. What's the Dow doing now? So Dow's it's flushed that level, so it'd be interesting to see with the Nasdaq heading south. If that starts to roll over too much, that'll probably drag the Dow down. We'll see with the DAX. What's the DAX doing? So the DAX is back up at this level. You know, open, spiked up into a selling zone, we call it. Flushed back down again. You headed back down. It's started to come back up. We're holding these higher lows. We love to see. You want to be working from those higher lows if you want to buy. Press back up into the same zone. See if it fails again. The way the Nasdaq going, it probably will. So from here, I wouldn't be selling that. I'd rather be, you want to see, what does Dev call it? The second mouse catches the cheese. That sort of thing. If you can get that, it's pumped down. People might be buying that, still thinking it's good. It comes back up. Sellers don't wait for it to get back up the top. They want out a bit earlier. Or buyers are not waiting for it to get back up here to break even. You know, the smart ones just go, look, it's just popped back up. If it starts to pause, I'm out. So they're selling back into the market at a lower level. Bang, you get this movement down. If we can trade from that you can unwind. There's a lot of buyers up here that still be sitting there hoping. So the tech, yep, back to that. I'm going to keep an eye on this one because I don't know what was that. That could just be a 10 for 10 as well. We might start to look at that one. 20 looks like it's kind of pretty easy. So if you went for 20 on that one, break out of that low, you've got that as well. So you can see what I'm looking for there. That's something about, that's about 20, I think. 28. So that's a 28-point move. So we start looking at that, and that the US tech for a bit of a move. Add that to the repertoire. It's going to be a bit tougher because it's a bit, you're going to have to do two charts at once, but you look at that, that's a cracker. So that there, I'll get onto a 5-minute chart. Well, that's my levels, isn't it? Just going back to see. So you can see that was actually up into a level where you could find some interest from sellers. Okay, and if there's no interest from buyers, sellers win. Simple as that. So you can see that from sort of this area in here, that low there, it's that through, it sort of pumped back up into that rough area. Nothing's perfect. Yeah, it's headed south. We've been buying back up. This might just be a bit of a pause. We might have a bigger move down and then a drive back up to the close. I'm talking, this is a 30-minute chart. Now we could do something like this and then a bit of a drive up into the close. That's from the 30-minute chart. But if you're looking at the one, we don't really care. We can trade that. So that to me looks quite nice. I've got to remember to speak a bit quieter. Wife and kids in the other room. Wake them up. So does that look that? So if you're looking for entries, look at that. You know, we just said on the second mouse catch the cheese, wasn't I? Look at, oh, here. I think the first mouse is nicked off with it, Dav. He's taken it and run. So that's what you'd be looking for, and that's pretty much what happened. Look on that tech flush down. When it dries back up and it fails to get back up here, anyone buying through there is going, oh no, I'm in trouble now. So they're going to average down, as all true new traders will do. Average down, see how you go, or you just get out. If it starts to fail here, say this red candle that starts to expand down, you don't want to be holding a long in here because you can't get back up into that zone. You're probably not going to. There's a good chance that's our second mouse area or shoulder. That's what you want, sort of thing. Trade off that level, powers down, away you go. So that trade there was, say, I like taking it after that second candle. So we've got a high made that, new low takes that previous candle low, takes that previous candle low. I like it from that. So within 40 points, you could have got a nice little trade short. Box it up, show you what I'm talking about. That there, break down through the low, risk above, and you've got a nice little short on your hands. You had to sit through this, but still. So we've got 40 points and 80 points done, 2 to 1. So that's a nice setup. And on the DOW, there we go, we failed off that level. So see how it nabbed them? Now it's just failed. All right, UK, I wanted to look at that too before I head off. So that's the open, that's the 6 o'clock open, and we want 7 o'clock. Just want to see what it, whoops. It was nowhere near as clean as the DAX, because the DAX we had this move, 1 up, 2, we had 1 move down, sort of sideways, and then smack down. But there's a good chance there's some buyers. Anyone that sold it through here is going to put their exit protective stop loss just above there, and that's going to be some juice to see if you can push the market higher. And it did. So it was quite nice, actually. Let's just see that move there. That's going to drag. You can see that expansion candle there. Bang, up we go. Oh. All right, so we've had a eventful night to start with. DOW still heading down, so might have this range to contend with tonight. What I do like is you've got to remember the market's been up, I don't know, 1,000 points or so last 2 sessions. I think it's something like that, 9,000 points in the last couple of sessions in the DOW. So there's going to be some nervous, not so much stockholders, they just tend to hold forever. There might be some nervous longs on the indices. So if there's some nervous longs, there could be some pressure to the downside just to clean them out. So be wary if this level starts to hold up here. Go to the 5-minute chart. We can see my 5-minute momentum starting to roll. You can see as we go, this is a high here, high momentum, higher price, lower momentum, higher, lower, higher, same level. So it's reacted down off that level. And it's got momentum starting to roll, so there's a good chance we could be heading south. We want, if that's the case, I'll take all that off. Just don't want to do that there, that level like that. It's sort of our key levels are starting to form. If we can get on the 5, bang, look for a short. But we need to see those roll over a bit more. All right. So are we happy with all that? I'll tell you what, I'll stop the stream and I'll jump on the trading chat so we can have a chat if you want. 5 minutes. Cheers, guys.